Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of Scat, Thieves. Hope you're gonna enjoy this one. There's a lot to go through. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. After a lot of troubleshooting, I managed to create a iron farm that doesn't produce any cobblestone, giving us a 100% yield in iron nuggets. I also created a very rudimentary smelter so I don't have to waste coal. Toxic ended up creating this defense pack called the Union Island, where any member that is attacked, the rest of the members will join in. But due to the pact having a text clause, nobody liked that, and unfortunately, it fell through. While I was expanding our base, I unfortunately had to move the Fred statue that was created for us. But don't worry, in the future he will have his own little place where he won't be disturbed anymore. Me and Gimber ended up moving all the chests from the front lawn to this back area for better organization, which freed us space for a future build. But we still have that cow farm as well as all the vegetables to move. We also created this very pretty fountain, which finally filled in the blank space which I was struggling to fill in. I ended up curing 2 more Fletcher villagers so we have more emeralds in the future for bigger and better things. I also discovered this new thing called STC blocks, which gives us a bunch of new decorational blocks for our base. I also got to look behind the scenes of Dr. Peanut adding zinc to the server. I made these brand new engineer's goggles, which basically allows us to look at the rotational power of our machines. I also discovered the Trader Islands, so I decided to go and visit them. And my goodness, are these guys poor. I mean, seriously, have they even locked down the server? I mean, I've seen war-torn countries with more resources than this. The command block you saw earlier finally got turned on, so we finally got access to zinc, which means a bunch of new possibilities using the crate. I tested this new zinc if it worked with modded ores. Thankfully it did. So I made some new machines using zinc. First trying out, of course, the saw, and it seemed to work properly. After I had perfected my iron farm, there was no need to keep this old and defective design, so I decided to completely destroy it and use it for other creations, considering I was able to acquire zinc. I ended up gathering a bunch of jungle wood to use in a brand new project next to the island of spawn, and that new project was this brand new starter house that me and Gamer personally built for new players. I also ended up claiming Spawn Island, so the trip between the two islands would be much safer. Gamer's brother, called Red, ended up joining the server, so of course we taught him how to shoot a cannon, as any pirate would. Red really got captivated by the beautiful white leaves and the snow-capped mountain, so he decided to build his own base up on the mountain. To be honest, for a first build, this was quite impressive. We ended up putting him on one of our ships and bringing him over to Seabro's castle, or otherwise known as home. We also took him over to Toxic's base, known as Goratoria. Unfortunately, he explored the island without us, so I wasn't able to get any footage of that. We also ended up bringing him to the land of peanuts to show him around this massive base. So we also borrowed one of his planes to not only show that this was possible, but also show the incredible work that was done on the island. Of course, it's mandatory to teach him about the deity called Fred, also known as the Scat Master. He also ended up offering some dirt as well, as is customary for new players. We managed to do a lot of new stuff this episode. Expanded the castle, saw a new player, taught him how to fly, and a bunch of other stuff as well. I believe we have done quite well for us on this road. So, without further ado, like, subscribe, and see you next time.